Jesse Doll Burglar. Well, you people have kindness or friendly or gentle or slow. You have observation. You have something about yourself that is careful and cautious and looking through your present life with myself. Jessie Dahlberger, met her when I was about 5. She was the same age as myself. And I didn't know what kind of problem that was going to be later on in life. I found her in a house she was in. I didn't think it was my house. I thought it was her house. And it was for the time being. She had an argument to be there. But she ended up, when she was maybe 10 years old, 11 years old, she went into my house. Yeah. What for? We're not really friends that way. No. That's what's wrong with what you are. You don't know how to be yourself elsewhere. She was really strange. I wouldn't invite her in. No. I saw her at her house because I'm the one who goes out and sees other people's houses because you're illegally in there. If I can find you in there, that's you alone in the wrong, because all the houses are due locked and empty. You're not due to be inside any of the houses. So what's Jessie doing in my house? So her house is her house and my house is her house. Yeah, she's not Moshe. She's Jessie, and she's also not Jesus. She's Jessie Dahlberger. She's not Jessie Dahlmacher. So now she's Jessie Dahlburglar because she was inside my house. She stole some crayons and she drew all over the wall. And she's really not even enough love to admit that she did it to some other people in the house who didn't see her do it, but I saw it. I saw her drawing on the wall. I thought that she was a little old for that. If she was going to draw on the wall, maybe she would have been about 2 years old, but she was about 11 years old, and I don't know her that way. Why would an 11-year-old draw on the wall of somebody's house? Well, my mom figure, Donna, she didn't complain about the drawing on the wall, but it got replaced. The wallpaper got replaced. Who paid for it? Because now that we're all looking very closely at the motions, because you raped me 900 times, we're all looking very closely at the motions. If you can afford yourself that you raped somebody 900 times and you screamed fuck because I have sexual climax in the presence of an enemy, and we're all going back to the childhood now. We, myself, heaven above, and myself are going back to the childhood now of Jessie Dahlberger, and we're wondering if she can afford her little motion with the crayon, because I was more or less okay in my house at the time. But then a lot of trouble followed after she drew on the wall with crayon. And we also think that Cheryl, the sister figure, she's birthday is year 1969. My birthday's in 1977, but I'm not alive till 1980. Cheryl was alive in 1981, maybe. Yeah, I think that's when I met her. It was in 1981. So Cheryl's last name is Dahlberglar as well. So it's Jessie Dahlberglar and Cheryl Dahlberglar. And Cheryl Dahlberglar went to Minnesota to run up a very large debt of living in a apartment and then eventually a house. Maybe she has keys in Minnesota and she's not giving me any of the keys. And she's so calm, and you should see how nice she is. I don't actually suspect there's anything wrong with Cheryl. Is there something really wrong with her now? Yeah, but she must have been given a lot of time by God, that she had a certain personality near myself. But you don't understand that when you are itself. Cheryl, when she is herself, does Cheryl understand that she is in a time when she is paying out a debt in karma? And if she doesn't really do it with herself, she doesn't really have the personality she thinks she has, as a very well-behaved on money, good person. Well, who hired you to be well-behaved on my money? The back and forth is that you're going to say, that's not your money. Yeah. If it's not my money, what makes you think you're such a nice, good person around the rest of the people who use the same last name, Moser? She's Dahl Burglar in Minnesota. She's Moser if she's in Wisconsin. She's in Minnesota from year 1990 until year 2025. Just spending Dahl Burglar, Moser money in Minnesota is Dahl Burglar. All over Jesse's crayons in my house. You are just hypersensitive about that. That I do own the house. You want to say it's not your house? Wow, I think somebody had to say that just to get through the day, because there's something wrong with you. You threatened to physically hurt me. So you say it's not your house. It is my house, and alive with all that it is to make the formed world formed. It is my house. And when you say it's not your house like that, fast and cheap, you really ruined my life at my own expense. And I don't afford it because I have alive the whole formed world. And you keep treating me like I'm some cheap threat, just like what you said about me. You think that I am what you said about me. If that's what you think about me, that's what I am. You think, therefore I am. That's not the slogan. It's I think, therefore I am. Cheryl Dahl Burglar.